The former South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol has been found guilty on charges over his failed martial law bid in December 2024. He's been found guilty on several counts, including fabricating official documents and of not following due process. And he could face up to 10 years in prison. Now, this is the first of the verdicts in several trials linked to his shock martial law decree, which plunged the country into turmoil. The most serious charge is insurrection, for which Yoon could possibly face the death sentence. And we're going to get more from Fabian Kretschmer, who is in Seoul, following the story for us. Fabian, what more can you tell us about this ruling, first of all?
Yeah, according to news wires that were just in, Yoon has received a sentence of 5 years for obstruction of justice. So, for example, what he's been accused of and also found guilty of is that he deleted confidential telephone records, that he deleted evidence documents related to his martial law case. Let me just remind you, in December 2024, he declared martial law. He said that basically the order of freedom in South Korea is a danger, and basically implemented martial law. Later, he was going to be arrested, and he even denied or prevented an arrest. How did he do that? By ordering his presidential security service, so he couldn't be arrested for several weeks. Those are relatively serious charges, but actually he's facing several trials, and some charges are even more severe.
OK, so as you said, he has been sentenced to 5 years for obstruction of justice. That has literally just come in the last few moments. This is an unprecedented situation, isn't it, for a former president to be in a position like this?
Well, kind of. I mean, at least it's unprecedented for South Korea since the country has transformed into a democracy, because before it was ruled by military dictators, and those have implemented martial law again and again. The last time martial law has been implemented was to suppress the democracy movements here. And that's why the case now with Yoon is so sensitive, because he again implemented martial law, and a lot of people from the civil society, a lot of demonstrators, a lot of South Koreans in general were afraid that the country could get back to the authoritarian past, that the democracy is in danger. So this is really a very severe case, and he's also accused of insurrection, as you mentioned. And this is a very severe punishment. I mean, possibly he could get the death penalty.
How much support does Yoon still have in South Korea, Fabian?
Well, actually, just today I talked to several people who still see him as their legitimate president, especially among the older South Koreans. He is relatively popular still, but if you look at the numbers in the whole population, in the general public, then, yeah, I would say his popularity has really decreased. Many people see him as a threat for democracy, and some were even happy when the prosecutors demanded a death sentence. Now, just to give you context, in South Korea, a death sentence has not been executed for almost 30 years. But still, I mean, there's also a lot of anger towards Yoon. But as always, the country is deeply polarized. So you have supporters and people who really almost hate him.
We'll leave it there. But thanks so much for that update, Fabian Kretschmer in Seoul.